Now, yes, a very good morning to all of you. Now we will start the class as we have already completed our, is it my voice is clear? Okay. Now, we will start we have completed the non-communicable diseases and already discussed the reason of communicable diseases, which microorganisms, which small animals are responsible for communicable diseases, isn't it? So today we will discuss the what kind of symptoms are there and what are the reasons for to communicate these type of diseases from a healthy person to a healthy person, from a unhealthy person or the sick person. So spread of communicable diseases, actually germs are present everywhere, in air, in water, in air, water, soil, food, everywhere you can see germs are present everywhere. So at first we will talk about the germs which are present in the air. So which germs are present in the air? The germs are present in the air of which diseases, that is diphtheria, flu, whooping cough, common cold, these all diseases germs are present in the air. So how they are present in the air? Suppose a sick person is sneezing or a sick person is coughing, then these germs are released from into the air. Suppose I am coughing so the germs are going out. If I am sneezing, if we are spitting out, sometimes people use taking pan and all that and they spit on the road. So the germs along with their spit comes out and they mixes in the air and they retain in the air. Then what happens? When a healthy person smell the same thing, when a healthy person respires this, when a healthy person is respiring this kind of contaminated or a germ mixed air, that person become what? That person become, that person also become the diseased person, because that person inhale that person inhale the inhale this unhealthy air and that person become unhealthy. Okay, my video is not off, dear. I don't understand what happened. Is it okay now? Okay, wait, I'll see what happened. No, my video is open. Now I am audible and visible. So few people become make me so confused, I just forget about the content and just go through them. So you just see that, no, at first. Thank you, Devoshmi. Okay, now next one is through contaminated food and water. So food and water may get contaminated with the germs when they are not stored properly. So how they are not being stored properly? Suppose at your home your mother is keeping the things uncovered, and the flies, house fly, cockroaches, which are visiting all the places, all the contaminated things. Sometimes they come through the drainage, sometimes they come through the sewage. So these all germs are along with their wings and along with their legs, and when they sit on the fresh and good food, that time the food become contaminated. And when we are taking that food, when a healthy person is taking that food, that person become diseased due to this contaminated food and water. Understood? So these all are these all diseases come to us through contaminated food and water, and I have explained you how the food become contaminated and the water become contaminated. Now which kind of diseases come to us through this? Diarrhea is there, typhoid is there, and then jaundice and cholera. These all kind of diseases come to us through contaminated food and water. Now the next one is through the direct contact. What is this direct contact? When a healthy person come in contact with an infected person. How we can, suppose we visit to a person who is suffering from any kind of communicable diseases, and we are sitting beside him, or we are sitting in same bed, maybe that person is away from us. Even as the sick person is using that same bed sheet, so the germs are all over. So we can be diseased. And suppose in the same plate you are eating, that person is having the biscuit from the same plate, and you are also taking the biscuit or any eatable from the same plate. So you are sharing the same vessel. So in this way the germs can reach to you. So we have to be always keep ourselves away from that diseased person who are having some kind of contaminated or some kind of this disease which are communicable. So these kind of disease generally we see they travel from a unhealthy person to a healthy person. They are chicken pox, ringworm, measles and common cold. We know how the common cold come to us, as well as if we talk about the ringworms, ringworm is actually due to a fungal effect, some small inflammation or some ring-like structures, rings form on our skin. So it is a ringworm. Then measles is a kind of rashes, red color rashes comes to our skin, and it is very itching. Okay, so all time we feel like to be itching, and inflammation is also there. So it is also a dreadful disease. Next one is a common cold. We know how the common cold travel from one person to another person. These all come to us from a diseased person to a healthy person through the communication. Okay, so we have to be we don't have to go to that person to visit that person who is having that communicable disease. Understood? Next one is through the insects. We know very few diseases are very common which come to us through some specific kind of mosquitoes, and the fleas are also there. So what are these mosquitoes? We know there are different species of mosquito, there are different kinds of mosquito. So mosquito anopheles, if the anopheles is biting you, the person will have the, which disease the person will have? The person will have malaria, isn't it? Is it or not? So anopheles, female anopheles biting you, you will have the disease called malaria. But if the Aedes mosquito is biting you, then the disease will be dengue. Okay, so there are different kind of diseases due to the different special or specific type of mosquitoes biting. So we have to use some mosquito net and some kind of mosquito repellent to, yes, it is a dengue. Yes, very good. So but how this germs comes to a healthy person? Suppose a person is sick, that person is suffering from malaria, okay, and a mosquito is biting that person. Not all mosquito, but the specific Anopheles mosquito is sucking the blood. Female Anopheles mosquito is sucking the blood of that unhealthy or diseased person. So the malarial germs automatically come to the proboscis of this mosquito or in the blood of the mosquito. Okay, when this or the same mosquito bites a healthy person, that time the malarial germs which has been sucked from the sick person will travel to the healthy person. It will go to the healthy person. Understood? So by this way, malarial germs go from one person to another through the bitings. If a diseased person is bitten by a Anopheles mosquito, it will carry the disease to a healthy person. Understood? But the question arises whether this mosquito also suffering from these diseases. Is it the mosquito is also suffering from that disease? No, they are only the carriers. They carry these germs to sick person to the healthy person, but they never become diseased. They are sucking the blood. They are not affected by the malarial germs. Understood? So they are not at all getting disease, or that is malaria. Now we will come to the another point, that is the dengue is spread by another mosquito, and that is Aedes mosquito, and the process is same. Understood? Now if we'll talk about the plague. So what is plague? Do you know what are the symptoms of plague? And it is spread by rat fleas. What is this rat fleas? There is another kind of microorganisms, insect which lives inside the within the hair of the rat. We know the rat skin is hairy skin. So within that skin, these fleas lives in that skin, and when it gets some another parasite, when it gets some another host body, it goes to that, even the human body. So do you know what is parasite? Anybody can tell me what is parasite? Not rats and fleas. Fleas are the microorganisms which are spreading the rat. Okay. Fleas are living within the hairy skin of rat. Fleas are living on the rat. Okay. Yes, some Devoshmi is correct, but we have to define it. The insects or any kind of worm which are living inside our body, inside any animal's body, and sucking the digested food, or they are taking the digested food from the host body. Host body means in which body they are living. Suppose you know this thing, mosquito are blood suckers. So they are sucking blood, means you know after the digestion of our food, this digested food is mixes with the blood, isn't it? And this digested food is mixes with the blood. That means mosquito are sucking the blood. That means they are sucking our digested food also, and they are getting energy. Like that, leech are also the blood suckers. They are also taking the digested food. These insects do not have any digestive system. They are taking the digested food along with the blood from our body, and they are getting energy from them. Understood? But these insects, or these are called the parasites, they are living in the host body, and they are taking all the nutrients from the host body. Clear to you? Yes, bed bug is also there. Even lice which live inside our hair, these are also parasite. Bed bug is also a parasite. Very good. They are blood sucking insects. Very good. You all are responding well. Niladri has given the correct answer. Then Devoshmi, then Shauroja. So these all are giving the correct answer. Which insects suck blood and live in its host body? Yes, very good, Shauroja. You have given the correct answer. So why the blood? Because blood is having the digested food, and we know after our digestion, food mixes with the blood, isn't it? So this food elements, the nutrition is actually within our blood, and they are sucking all the nutrition along with the blood, and they are getting the energy. That's why they are parasites. Clear to you? Okay. Now Next one is the rat fleas. I was talking about the rat fleas. What are these fleas? Fleas are actually living, they are also microorganisms, and they are living within the hairy skin of the rat, and they also make some host body. Okay, and when they affect some of the human being, this causes the disease called plague. Plague is also a very dreadful disease. 100 years ago in actually in Gujarat it was spreaded one time, and after that Gujarati persons, they have made a good arrangement. All the civil persons, they used to clean up their area, and they just fill up all the houses and the holes of the rat, and they have cleared up all the city. And after that, Gujarat is one of the cleanest state of our country. And one time plague has been spreaded in all over the world. That was long before, and more or less 100 years ago. So it was in 1919 perhaps. So the swine, after the flu, there was plague was also spreaded. So it is also a very dreadful disease. Okay. Who has made my, yes. Now next one is next one is we have completed this. Now what is allergy? Allergy is actually never occurs to all person. Allergy is a kind of disease, or you cannot say it is a disease, is a type of reaction towards some specific thing, isn't it? Suppose you are allergic to the sunlight. So when you will go under the sunlight or within the sunlight, your body will respond. What response? It will give red rashes all over the body. So it is here. Why? Because your skin is so sensitive towards the sunlight. Sometimes it happen, some people are very sensitive towards the dust. So those persons have the dust allergy. When they smell some dust, when the dust goes inside their nose, they started sneezing, isn't it? Aedes is a name, dear. It doesn't mean anything. Aedes is a type of mosquito. Yes. So dust allergy, if a person is having the dust allergy, that person, if he started to dusting their house, that person start sneezing, and hachi will become start, isn't it? So why? Because their nostrils are sensitive to the dust. And some people are even allergic towards the pollen grains, some kind of a specific smell. When they smell those things, when they smell the pollen grains, they started sneezing. So these all are symptoms of this allergy. Sometimes our body become inflamed, swelling comes, sometimes the red rashes can you see, sometimes sneezing start. So these all are the responses of our body due to our sensitivity, due to the sensitivity of our skin, due to the sensitivity of our respiratory system. So this is a specific type of disease, and this is called allergy. Understood? Anything else you want to clear? Anything you did not understand? So you can ask me here. Everything you understand? If you have any queries, you can ask me. No? Okay. So now there are MCQ, 2 MCQ questions are given here. We will do that. First one is, what is caused by deficiency of vitamin A? Give the answer. What caused by? What will be the first answer? Yes, so Devushmi, she may be sensitive towards the dust. That's why it is better to use some mask, isn't it? It is not very dear. Caused by deficiency of vitamin A, it is night blindness. So, who has written Srijita, it is not very, it is night blindness. So, take the night blindness. First one is A, night blindness. Now number 2 question or the statement is chicken pox and ringworm and measles is spread through. How it is spread? Yes, very good. Direct contact. So many persons likhe. Written Adriti, Devoshmi, Jishan and Mohammed. Everybody has written. This is direct contact. So it is a direct contact. Very good. So you have completed up to this. Now prevention of the communicable diseases, and the next part I will take in my next class because time is getting over. You kindly give your attendance so that I mark you present. Okay. Thank you for being in the class and giving so many good answers. I am thankful to Shoroja, Shorodeep, Shupriti, Oshnik, Srijita, Devoshmi, Audriti, they all have given the answers in the class, and I love it to have answers in the class, and you people are responding well, so thank you very much. Okay, please give your attendance and bye-bye.